So Collaboration Global, we owe it to ourselves to make the most of every moment. This came to me when recently one of my best friends died. Now it sounds like it was somebody who was my peer, but actually she was 30 years older than me. And the gap that she has left is like a big vacuum where she's now gone, and there's this space that we're waiting for someone to fill, because she was larger than life and thankful and grateful and blessed, and wanted to give that to everybody in the whole world. And when I saw this image, Born to Make History, it reminded me that, oh my goodness, that woman made history. In her own sweet way, she made history, because for somebody who was 89, there were probably over 200 people at that funeral, wanting to pay their respects, wanting to say thank you to her family, wanting to say prayers of gratitude for the fact that she lived. And she packed so much into her life. And so I want you to consider that you were born to make history. And I want you to consider, hang on, sorry, I don't know why, but I can't seem to get me on the screen. I'll go back to sharing. Okay. I want you to consider.
We've got you, Jill. We had you there.
Oh, okay. I want you to consider that we are all here on this planet to make history of sorts. It doesn't mean to say we're going to have our 15 minutes of fame. It doesn't mean to say we've got to be on the telly or in a movie or have millions of followers or on social media. It means we have an opportunity for our destiny and that of other people around us to shift in a good way. And we all have those stories that we can share, don't we? Where somebody has done something for us that has shifted our life beyond measure, that makes us who we are today. So I'll give you one of my short stories. My maternal grandmother, when she was younger, was very brave with her husband to get a mortgage and buy a house. So they had just got their mortgage, and they had 2 children, and the third one was born. This baby was 6 weeks old when my nan's husband was killed in an accident at work. So with a mortgage to pay, now she'd inherited it, because obviously women couldn't get mortgages on their own in those days, but she could inherit it. She had to go out to work. She had 3 jobs, and she took in lodgers, and she rolled her sleeves up and she got on with it. And then war broke out. Can you imagine that state of mind of how she was going to cope with what was going on? There is no way on earth that anyone could say, oh, things happen. It was such a stressful time. We think we live in stressful times now, but the reason she survived and coped and thrived was the community that she had around her. And I think we are losing the community that we have nowadays. People don't necessarily know who their neighbours are. They don't know who the person is around the next street. They don't know, who goes to their local mosque or synagogue or church or whatever. We're losing that. So for me, what I was brought up with is like, well, if your nan can do it, come on, roll your sleeves up, get on with it. That had 2 sides to the coin, as most things do. I didn't cry very easily. I had to be tough. I had to pull my big girl pants on and get the job done. But that heritage that I have has now gone down to my children, and now I'm a grandmother. And I can see that that's going to happen in my granddaughter's position as well. So I want to take away the negative of that for me, which was, don't show your feelings, don't cry in front of anybody. You've got to get on with it, head down, do what you're supposed to do, which possibly isn't always the best thing to do, as opposed to, well, if she can do it, then I can. And that was always my feeling. If my nan coped with that, if my mum coped with growing up, and me in my early days, no hot water, no bathroom, no central heating, outside toilet, it's tough. We did it. So whatever you're dealing with today, if you've got good people around you, if you've got people that you trust, that you can go to because you know they love you, then you are blessed. And what we say in Collaboration Global, the 3 values are love, human being first, and being collaboration. So we're founded on love. We don't care what sort of human being you are, whether you are, what your outer label is, male or female, gay or straight, black or white, sky blue, pink, old or young, fat or thin, tall or short, whatever, able-bodied, disabled, you're a human being first. Therefore, we love you. Because we love you, we trust you. Because we trust you, we respect you. And this community is about seeing the world from a positive outlook, seeing the world of what's possible, seeing our businesses as vehicles to make a difference in other people's lives, and seeing that we all can make a little bit of history. That doesn't give you the detailed Collaboration Global. We'll get to that later on in the meeting. But for now, I want you to know that this meeting, potentially, we're going to make some history together. And I welcome you and thank you for being here.